I'm going to try this repair a little bit different today. Smaller carpenter cloth. And let's see here. We're going to cut this down to size a little bit more here. I got thunder outside. That could be interesting. Just fire up the heat gun and not cook my fingers. I'm going to hit it with heat, see if I can melt that in, and then I'll trim off the excess. Well, my heat gun's going to smell like plastic because I just used the tip of it to, I guess I can wipe that in, melt the plastic. Now I'm going to trim off this excess while everything cools. This isn't as strong as the carpenter cloth I've used in the past, but this might work alright. We'll let that cool for a moment and then we'll trim it all out. Part of the challenge with the heat, you usually get a little plastic deformity on the other side, but you don't get the rivets. Although doing zip tie rivets, I might still do that as well. Looks like we might finally get some rain out there. There we go, stitch number 1. I'm going to do a second stitch. We'll call it a day. We've got the reinforcement melted in on the back. Should hold up pretty well. Alright, let's slip this thing back on and see if there's anything else we want to do. And it's raining pretty good, so I'm going to pull this inside to work on it. Yeah. We're in and out of the rain. To get the body on here, I gotta take the battery off. I gotta take the handlebars off. A couple of nuts on here. Let's start there. Alright, another heat gun jobby here. But this connector bypasses the ignition key. And so the black and the red here would be the key in the on position. And what we're gonna do is we are going to, if I've got enough maybe, we're going to join these two so they stay put. Just kind of feed them in there, hit this with the heat gun, that solder will mount, the shrink wrap tubing will melt, and we'll have a nice little connection here. Alright, let that cool while we put the body on. To put the body on, disconnect the left hand side controls so you can feed this end through the body first, and then we'll come up with this side. Right up and through. Just like that. These big ones ought to do. We'll need an Allen wrench. Let's not forget our key bypass. Here's the next challenge. That's the seat. New seat's about 45 bucks. Got a different plan. So, rear end. Oh my goodness. Wow. Alright, we gotta look at this. Oh yeah, in here somewhere. Let's get a light. Ooh, ho ho ho, got lucky. I thought these shocks were going to be down in some of these Tupperware. We got lucky. Alright, we got two to play with here. We're going to take this shock off, compare it to these other two. This one looks like it might be the winner. Smaller diameter on the coil. I bet you that's going to be about right. This other guy has a pretty thick diameter coil. While the length is good, this might be just too thick, but let's find out. Oh, yucky. Boom. Yeah, look at that. Smoke shock. You know, and that's on the softest setting. Look at that nice rebound. This guy. Ugh. Don't know about this one. But you know what? While we're here, I'm gonna slip it in and see how it feels. All right, stiffer spring. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's like a rock. There's just no suspension here, and that's on the softest setting. So we're gonna go with this guy. We'll dial up the preload a little bit. It's gonna be a lot better. All right, so where are we? Let's pick up some tools. Let's put that preload up a little bit. Let's jump this battery, and I think we're ready to go for a test ride. Wow. If anybody was ever looking for an example of a destroyed Tau Coolster shock, there's one. Destroyed. To do the preload, I'm just going to use a pipe wrench. I do have the tools, but this has much more leverage and should grab it all just fine. Just a little pinch, as pipe wrenches do. There's one up. There are 5 settings. I'm on number 3 of 5 for preload. All right, she's running. She's basically back together, minus the foot pads and you know, a few other little pieces here and there. But let's give it a rip. I know it's a little wet. Let's see if we can protect the lawn, but let's see how it's holding together. She really is coming together, but a little ripping around. Running great, stops great, but it is a really squirrely front end. Part of it is where I'm sitting, because I'm sitting a little more towards the back. This one, it's got the longer frame and the seat. The seat on this one, if I'm sitting about back here, I've got all my weight over the rear wheels, and the front end just wants to float. But really, this guy needs some bushings up in front, A-arm bushings, see all that, and spindle, all of that. So it really needs bushing replacement here, here. I got to inspect the lower ones, other side. Oh my goodness, yeah, absolutely needs bushings. But for now, that's enough. I'll get the boots put back on. I'm gonna hunt around for some bushings. We'll see if the slime holds in the that front tire there, and I don't know if I'll do a new seat. $45 for a seat, and they get beat up pretty quick, as opposed to what I have here, an extendable bungee to hold it on. That's not gonna get lost if anybody standing up when they're riding. I think that's a viable solution to save a couple of bucks, and we'll see how the chain tension holds. That's a little loose, but for now, we'll park it there.